Have you ever tried explaining anti-Semitism to a child? Have you sat with a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and said, some people just don't like us because we're Jewish? Their big eyes gaze back at you blank. No understanding, one of those confusing adult things. Or maybe you have an inquisitive 8-year-old who wants to do more than accept because an adult says so. Maybe you have an inquisitive 8-year-old who pushes and asks, why? Why? Is there a reason they don't like the Jews? How to explain? Well, you see, in medieval Europe, we were barred from trade guilds, and so... Or maybe in 1903 in Russia, they published a lie called the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, and people were sad, so they chose to believe it. Or maybe back when we were wandering the desert, a people named Amalek. Who knows? Who knows how to really explain this to that curious 8-year-old? The whys are manifold and endless, and none of the whys make any sense except when you get to the root of the darkness that resides within some humans, to the superstitious fears and irrational old hatreds. But while we can't explain, we must respond. Dear child, we say. We cannot know why people hate. Sometimes people just do. But we can answer that hate with strength and with love. We answer with strength by being proud of who we are and by celebrating our holy days and by learning our history and by visiting our homeland in Eretz Yisrael and by showing the world that being Jewish gives us a way to make the whole world better. And we answer hate with love. We love one another more than they hate us. We love our neighbors as we love ourselves and teach our neighbors our traditions and invite our neighbors to our Seder tables and sit and learn with them and celebrate what we share and celebrate what makes us and them unique. Tonight we gather like children. Tonight we gather to say why. Why don't some people like us because we are Jews? Tonight we gather to answer. Tonight we gather to answer with strength, not physical strength, not weapons, but the strength of our convictions, of our morals and Torah and heritage and tradition. Tonight we gather to answer too with love. Love for one another, for Am Yisrael, the Jewish people. Love for all the things that make us Jewish, history and holidays, family and friends, God and Torah, community and commitment, Israel and America, the memories of our grandparents and the hopes for our children. Dear God, please bless our gathering tonight with your gifts of strength and your gifts of love. Let us wield them to banish the darkness of anti-Semitism, that we may bask in the glow of this country's promises of freedom and brotherhood, that we may live out our Jewish commitments in a way that brings blessings to us, to all of Am Yisrael, and to the world. And let us say, Amen.